I am so sorry guys, my entire game just crashed on me, so I'm trying to get back into the server now. I have no idea why I did that, but it did that. So Tim in the Rowdy has sent me an invite and here I come. Wow. This has never happened to me before, and now it just decides it wants to act up. So I definitely apologize for that, folks. We are working hard to get back under. I should not have done that. Alright, well, on the bright side, folks, we have not gone back to green flag here. So we are just trailing along. I don't know if anybody new has bots, but your biggest position changer, Chewy up 12, and Cars Ben up 6, J Knowles up 6, and Electric Entree up 7. Grade 8 down 15. Safety car will be going in this lap, so I definitely apologize to all you folks that were watching this. Let me pull up the tires here. He's following along with Potty as he's going to be taking us back under green flag. We're coming around the exit of 14 now and just waiting on Potty to really put the hammer down. And he's really trying to drag these guys all the way to the line and go, go, go. Here we are back on the green flag here at Brazil on lap 10 of 36. Got some movement going on back here. Cheesehead dives to the inside of Chewy. Is he going to be able to make it stick around 2? He does not. Falls back in line. Further down, Big Mama Frank, Sod Naiads, and Fitz Dickwell side by side. He's also going to get passed by Acid Masters as well. And we're making a run all the way down to turn 4. Still side by side through 4. Coming through 5, making our way up the hill to 6 and 7. Is anybody going to be able to make a move stick around the outside? You got Acid Masters still fighting side by side. And he's going to try another outside move on his own teammate of Sod. Wow, Acid Masters really diving it in there late. And he's going to work his way up the hill and still side by side going through 10 with Sod. Sod's not going to let him through, and Electric Entree gets a little loose coming out of 10. Now we're working our way through 11. And it looks like Sod is going to get the better end of that one. He completes the pass on Electric Entree. Now, oh my. Electric Entree is really falling down here. He's going to be falling all the way back. But J Knowles, it looks like J Knowles is in pit lane. He's going to be dropping through the grid. Speeding penalty for grade 8 in pit lane. You got to be careful of that. Here we are battling down in after 3, and Electric Entree is going to retire, which you got a virtual safety car with Electric Entree crashing through the inside wall. You see that Aston Martin there on the entrance to turn 2, so I wonder if he just had too much debris on those tires to keep anything working. Absolutely, I can do that for you. Here we are. My apologies, Ricky. So used to some of these leagues where all they want is tire graphics and oh man, commentating. Try to make people happy, my guy. We go Texas Tornado and Cars Ben here. Oh, we got a full safety car now. A full safety car, and you got some of these guys boxing. You got the Haas of J Supreme along with Harris Platt. Chewy's gonna follow him all in as well. And now you got Tim in the Rowdy. Oh, it looks like he was just able to get under the speed limit there, entering pit lane, very close. J Knowles coming in as well, and Mr. Great Ape is also coming in. A lot of these guys are putting on new tires, a new front wing for Tim and the Rowdy. Not exactly sure what happened with him, but he got a new front wing in that number 38 AlphaTauri machine. Comes out, and we are staring at the guns. It looks like that was some real life F1 stuff there after the pit lane. So just following along here, you got Cars Band MP2 behind Potty. Potty staying out on those medium tires, it looks like. Yes, he is. Cars Band's also on some mediums. You got Hards of Texas Tornado. Cheesehead on some mediums as well. Big Mama, or Orlando. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be very, very interesting. I'm looking forward to the next 24 laps here at Brazil, waiting for Grade 8 to catch up to the back of the field, and we will get back under green flag on lap 12 of 36. This is Contest of Speed AM2 round 11 here at Brazil, and we have had some action-filled racing through the first 12 laps. 2 safety cars, and you got another pit lane by Saad Nayaz. I'm assuming he's going to go off of those softs. Going to probably get off the softs and make the hards last until the end. Let's see what he does here. Going to pull in. He's putting on a set of mediums, so he's got about 22 to 24 laps on those mediums if he wants to get to the end, which I want to say is definitely doable. You had two strategies here at Brazil. You have a hard to soft, or yeah, you can do a hard to soft or hard to medium. So actually 3 strategies, or a medium soft, vice versa for all of those. So it's very interesting what Saad is looking at here. I think he's looking at the long-term run. You know, some of these leaders are going to have to box. Potty's had a great race so far, leading all laps here. So, it's going to be extremely interesting. Let's jump back up to the front. It looks like the whole grid is starting to catch back up behind the safety car. So we are going to be going back under green here. Potty is going to lead us to green flag. What is going on here between the switch? And it looks like Acid Masters is just completely caught himself off guard, letting everybody through. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Might have to get a little bit of an explanation here. He's not doing himself any favors. Lost a lot of track position, but back on board with Potty here as we're getting ready to go under green flag. And it looks like whatever happened between Acid Masters has affected Deathstorm. We are under green here, making a run down to turn 1. Anybody going to make a move? Texas Tornado was peeking to the inside into turn 1. Does not make a move. So now we're coming through 3. Who's going to get the better run going down into 4? Texas Tornado or Cheesehead. Cheesehead's all over the gearbox of Texas. We're now into turn 4. No moves were made. And Acid Masters has pulled off the track and retired in pit lane. So his night has ended here, not even halfway through the Brazil Grand Prix. Cheesehead is still looking all over that gearbox here of Texas Tornado in front of him. Is he going to be looking to make a move at some point on this lap? Does not peak into 10. Sorry, I need to take a drink. But Cheesehead all the way down in turn 12 now. He's going to use that ERS. Let's see if he's going to make a move. Pulls right up to the back of Texas Tornado. He's going to try and make a move at some point here. Texas Tornado holds him down to the inside in pit lane. Run all the way down to turn 1. Side by side into turn 1. And Texas Tornado is going to lose that position to Cheesehead through turn 1. That was a great move by Cheesehead. Now he's going to try and break that slipstream, but you got Orlando on the attack on Texas on the outside into turn 12. Not able to make it stick around the outside of 12. Running up the hill towards turn 5, using that ERS to try and catch back up. keep defense on the Big Mama Frank behind him. Heading toward turn 8. Heading back down the hill into 9. He's going to try and catch him off guard somewhere here. Don't think he got enough of a run. He does not, going into 10. Going back down the hill again into 11. And coming around through into turn 12, a little wide there. Does not hit the apex as well, but he's got a great run off the exit of 12. All over the gearbox of Texas Tornado. He's looking to make a move. As we're running down to turn 1 here, jump to the outside, side by side, DRS enabled. This lap, we're going 3 wide into turn 1. 3 wide into 1, and oh no, we got a big spin. A lot of chaos going on back here. That really affected a lot of drivers. Wow. A 3 wide move was never going to work going into turn 1, but somehow everybody looks like they got through there without damage. J. Will's battling side by side with Harris Plett through turn 4. Right behind them, you got Mr. Great Ape and Chewy, I think, battling. Oh my gosh, we got almost 3 wide action up into 6 and 7. And coming around turn 7, and J. Will wants to keep that position through the inside of 8. And now he's got to try and battle around the outside of 9 on Great Ape. He's going to slot back in behind him, look to the outside, back to the inside again. Into 10, defending on Chewy. Chewy trying to push through the inside of 11. But Chewy's got sod naiads all over the gearbox of him coming through turn 12. It seems like some of these guys are starting to settle down here. As Cars Ben has opened up a gap here. Now Cheesehead has looked to get by Potty. Potty's trying to slot back in behind him as we're making a run to turn 1. Big Mama Frank kind of peeked to the inside. Harris Plett made a move as well on... I hope it's entertaining, Ricky. I hope you're really enjoying this. But we got a lot of battling here as we're working our way through the opening lap after the safety car. Fall back here, you got Texas Tornado battling with J Supreme in that Haas right behind him as we're working our way up the hill into 6 and 7. No move being made, but further down the field, you got Chewy and J Will side by side around 6 and 7 going towards turn 8. Is anybody going to make a move stick? It looks like Chewy's going to maintain that position. And now you got a battle going on between Tin Man and Orlando right behind him. But it seems like the front of the field has all caught back up here. Potty is falling off the pace a little bit. See if he gets a little loose coming off of 12, loses that time. Don't know if he's going to get any ERS, but Cheesehead's going to be battling with his teammate of Cars Ben around the outside as we're making a run down to turn 1. Looks like Cheesehead makes it stick well before turn 1. Fitz-Tickwell is moved up to P4. Harris Plett has also moved up. Potty has decided to box for some new tires. Try and make them last to the end. Cars Ben's not close enough to make a move on a teammate here going down into turn 4, but just following along with Big Mama Frank and Fitz. They're not even battling as well. I think they're trying to close that gap back up to Cars Ben here right in front of them in P3, or P2. Following through the field, Great Ape is pretty close, trying to make a move around the outside of Texas Tornado. Gonna try and keep it off the back of him here. Does get really, really close, but does not make any contact as we're working our way back up the hill in towards, wow, what a move by J. Will here. J. Will's finding all these openings as he's working his way around this field. Hard on the brakes into 12, uses a little bit of that inside curve, kind of gives them a bad run coming off the exit of 12. Not going to be close enough to make a run. Cars Ben has not made a move on his teammate here, but Big Mama Frank is still working on trying to close that gap. As we're rounding through turn 3, he is going to get the DRS on the back of the leaders here. Looks like Fitz-Tickwell is not close enough to make any moves as well. So these guys are going to be single file all the way down. Texas Tornado makes the move. And it looks like side by side coming through turn 4. As we're working our way back up the hill towards turn 6 and 7. It looks like no, he just breaks off of that slipstream. Chewy behind him. Coming through 7 into 8. Nobody is going to make a move going through 8. These guys are racing extremely clean, making wild moves all throughout the field. Coming back up the hill into turn 10. And it looks like J-Will wants to attempt an inside move on Mr. Great Ape here. Coming back down into turn 12. And it looks like Great Ape goes a little wide. And J-Will was not able to make a move. But now we're coming up. Gonna open up the DRS flap. The back half of this group right now has made this race extremely entertaining, side by side between Great Ape and Texas Tornado. Making a run. Oh, a little bit of contact here as we're going into turn 1. It causes Great Ape to fall back. Now we're 2 by 2. Coming around turn 3. Great Ape gonna follow right behind Texas Tornado. Opens up the DRS flap. We got a lot of jostling around here by these 4 guys. 3 wide going into 12. Great Ape gonna try and make it stick around the outside. Texas Tornado battling side by side. Wow, this is really entertaining coming up through 6 and 7. Nobody's really battling up in the front, but these guys are jostling for position back here. Great Ape is side by side with J-Will through 8. Coming back down the hill in 9. J-Will wants to make it stick around the outside, gets a little loose, keeps it off the door of Great Ape, but he's gonna keep it on the inside in 10. Comes back down the hill through 11. These guys, wow, I can't even express how entertained I am by this. But we got Great Ape defending here in P7 on J-Will. Coming back up the hill here. DRS is going to open back up for everybody else behind him. And let's see, J-Will going to make a move. He's going to jump to the outside. And it looks like Chewy is on the attack on Texas Tornado in turn 1. Side by side between Chewy and Texas Tornado. Here we go. Texas Tornado is going to lose another position. I think he's trying to make those tires last very long here so you can go to some soft to the end. But you got J-Will getting under attack by Great Ape here going down through into turn 4. Cheesehead and Cars Ben still keeping this very close up in the front, but J Supreme is trying to reel them in to make it a 5-car battle here for the win. And now it looks like J-Will wants to try and pull away here on Great Ape and Chewy as he's working his way up the hill into turn 10. And he moves. It looks like Chewy's going to make a great move down the inside of 10. He's now around the outside of 11, still side by side, and he decides to back out and slot in behind him. Coming through 12. Here comes Great Ape opening up that ERS. Here we are down the start-finish straight. But that battling has allowed J-Will to pull a 1-second gap on him. Great Ape has no DRS, so Chewy's going to jump to the outside. Side by side down into turn 1, and it looks like Chewy's going to make the move well before turn 1. So starting to calm down a little bit back here between these folks. But they put on absolutely a battle. Potty is now got by Texas Tornado. So wonder if that was too late for Texas Tornado to pit. But Chewy wants to catch back up to J-Will. Got back within that 1-second gap. And we're working our way up in through 6 and 7. But it looks like here Mr. J Supreme has caught back up to the leaders here. Now Harris Pletz is the next driver that needs to find his way back up to him. We're just going to drop back down to Chewy here. He's always made a great move down through turn 10 all race long. No door was open for him there. So he's just going to follow along with J-Will, maybe get him down the main straight. His Cars Ben potentially looking to get a move done on his teammate going into 1. He is not. Does not look like anybody is close enough here. So they're all going to slot in. Back to Chewy as we're coming down the start-finish straight. Got that DRS flap open, jump to the outside. And he's going to try and complete a pass around the outside. He does on J-Will. So he is now taking P8 away, or P7 away from J-Will. J-Will's going to get the DRS back. I hate when camera view does that. But Chewy is now taking the lead out of these guys here that were jostling for position for quite a few laps. Texas Tornado is 8.5 seconds off the back of these guys, so he's really probably going to be hoping for a safety car. Back up to the front here as Fitz Dickwell is under attack from Jay Supreme. Big Mama Frank has lagged out of the session, is my assumption. We're coming through 11 as we're heading down to 12, getting ready to make a run up the main straight. And here comes Mr. Fitz Dickwell. He's gonna look with that DRS. He's trying to, whoa, really goes off the track. Don't want to make a move there. But he is side by side with Big Mama Frank going into turn 1 here. Now through turn 2, Big Mama Frank has lost that position. Fitz has put himself on a podium here. And Jay Supreme is now on the attack here on Big Mama Frank as we're making our way down to turn 12. Still turn 4, sorry, side by side. And Jay Supreme has completed that pass on Big Mama Frank. Texas Tornado sets the fastest lap with a 1:10.6. So as we're working up through 6 and 7, Big Mama Frank is starting to fall off the pace, but Fitz Dickwell has now got to find some pace here to catch back up to Cars Ben here in P2 if he wants to, yes, I will. Big Mama Frank, where are you? I don't see him here in your friends list. What is his username? Yeah, I don't see Big Mama Frank here in your friends list. Is he posting offline? Is he posting online? Alright. And we get another safety car here on lap 25. Not exactly sure what happened, but it looked like Guest Storm has passed away in turn 10. That is unfortunate for Death Storm in that Red Bull machine. He's PC, I understand that, but I don't see him in the friends list to be able to add him back. So, we need to, I think Mr. Ricky and, yeah, I think Mr. Ricky, we need to get all these guys. Yeah, well, he can add me on the comms account and I'll accept the friend request and then invite him into the lobby, but he just needs to, let's see. Yeah, I don't see him here, so that's all PS. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody that is, while we're on the safety car, somebody can go in AI and maybe get him back in. But it looks like Cars Ben has bots from that P2. So it looks like a lot of these leaders are all pitting. Mr. Big Mama Frank is unfortunately, I don't know if he was able to get back in. I hope he was. It looks like he may be back in. I'm not exactly sure. He's got to find his way, catch back up. Cars Ben was able to use that pit stop to his advantage. But I think he's going to be slightly at a disadvantage here. I'm going to pull up these tires here so I can figure out. Yeah, Big Mama Frank is going to have to potentially look at boxing on 19 lap old mediums. He's going to be under a lot of pressure over these next 9 laps. Got Cars Ben on softs, Cheesehead on softs, J Supreme mediums. Yeah, so a very large tire selection here between softs and mediums to go through these next 9 to 10 laps when we get back under green flag. Any word, Cam, on anything here? Let me check the Discord. Discord. So Ricky, are we all set with Mr. Big Mama Frank here? Please just let me know, so I can figure this out. Okay, thank you, Cam. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, I just want to make sure everybody's getting back in here, but got a lot of guys here still trying to catch up to the back of the field here. We're going to have about 8 laps to go under the green flag conditions, hopefully. Hopefully y'all are enjoying the commentary. Let me know what your thoughts are on your final 3 podium positions. So tires here are big variety. Big Mama Frank staying on 20 lap old mediums. He's going to be under a lot of pressure by all the fresh tires behind him. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think your final 3 podium finishers are going to be. We're probably going to do one more lap here under safety car before we get back to green flag. Yeah, those are almost 30 laps on those tires. They're going to be absolutely dead. And it looks like Big Mama Frank is pitting now. So that's going to put the Ferrari teammates 1-2. See if they can stack that podium here between the Ferraris. He's going to be under a lot of pressure. Jay Supreme's got some decent pace here. Mr. Fitzdikwell also has some decent pace as well. Chewy's made some moves up through the field. Texas Tornado was P2 or P3 after qualifying. So that is going to make it extremely interesting as well. And Harris definitely could make some moves too. I could see that happening as we're working through this field. Yes, Ricky, I 100% agree. Can Contest of Speed endorse that, please? I would like to see Mr. Fitzdikwell for president, so if Contest of Speed can endorse that, that would be awesome. So here we are. We're still waiting on the last few drivers here at the back of the grid to catch up. I'm going to grab one more drink as we are about to get underway here. And, well, one more sip of my lemonade. No worries, it's just lemonade, guys, I promise. Safety car is back in under this lap. I don't see the Ferraris making any moves on each other here. Let me go back green. Except for maybe working on defense to keep everybody. Yes, electric entree, it is lemonade, I promise. It's Crystal Light packets of lemonade, so I don't like drinking a lot of beer. I actually don't like beer, but we are back under green flag and making our way down to turn 1. Is anybody going to be making a move here? No, as of right now, everybody's single file. Coming through turn 2 as we speak. Following along with Mr. Fitzy. Let's see if he can pull back up to the back of Jay Supreme. Got a variety of tires here, so who is going to make this work? Who is not? Not a lot going on behind him. Everybody's single file. So that was a great restart by the leaders, making sure nobody could get any advantage on anybody here. We're coming up into turn 8 as we speak. Now we're going down the hill into 9, which is a long left-hander. Kind of a slow left-hander double apex in my opinion, but not sure who can contest to that. But as we're making our way through 11, and it looks like Cars Ben wants to pull a gap. So that's a purple sector 2. And he's working his way up the hill. So Cars Ben got some serious race pace. Let's see here. Any moves going down the main straight? It doesn't look like anybody's going to be close enough. Great Ape, another 3-second time penalty. Everybody is pretty organized here going into turn 1. Let's catch back up to the front as they're not really close. Potty here is all over the gearbox of J-Will as we're making our run down into turn 4. Is J-Will going to make a move? He is not. So we're working our way back up the hill towards 6 and 7. And Potty's looking to make a move potentially into 8. Is he close enough? He is not. Hard on the brakes. Uses that a lot of the inside curb coming down through the left-hander as we speak. I hate these cameras. Thank you, thank you, thank you to... Oh no! A little banging going on between Potty. I think he might have saw the door open, tried to attempt some move. Now J-Will and Great Ape side by side into 12. And we got a Mercedes off the circuit. He's got to try and re-enter safely. He does so, but he falls down. Mr. Harris Plutz is falling back from this group now. We're going to have a big group going all the way down into turn 1. Is there potential for throw? What a move. What a defense there. Gets tapped in the rear. We are now side by side. Oh, man. These guys are moving everywhere. Potty is going to retire in the pit lane. But the back of the grid here, these guys have been battling it out, juking it out, making moves on each other. I don't know what to say. Big Mama Frank is trying to find his way back through the field. He is back in a point-paying position as we're working up to 6 and 7, but he's very low on that ERS. I'm not exactly sure how much of battling and defense he can do, but we're coming through turn 8 now. Working our way back down the hill in turn 9. And here we go up the hill as we're making our way into 10. Not a lot of movement going on here. Everybody's going to keep it clean. Oh boy. We've got some guys kind of gaining back up here. Let's see. Leaders are not close enough to make any moves. Maybe Cheesehead is going to potentially peak. No, he is not. But J Supreme is now caught right back up to the back of these leaders. As we're heading around turn 3. Making our way all the way down towards turn 4. Cheesehead's all over the back of his teammate. Chewy and Texas Tornado battling it out. J-Will and Great Ape also battling it out. Everybody else is just following in behind. And it looks like Great Ape got a little loose coming out of 4. Working our way back up the hill into 6 and 7. But follow along here with Texas Tornado and Chewy. These guys are still battling here for P5. Through turn 9, up the hill into turn 10. And you got a big train right behind them. Who's going to make a dangerous move? Who's not going to make a dangerous move? Going into 12 now. And does not look like J-Will is going to get any ERS. I hate these cameras. Hate the cameras, Codemasters. Whoa, somebody goes off the track. That was J-Will that just completely lost concentration and decided to take the DRS board out. I think it might have been out of frustration. Side by side between the Big Mama Frank and J Knowles going through 1 into 2. And it looks like Big Mama Frank has taken that. But you got Great Ape and J-Will battling down the main straight here. No, J-Will is under attack by Big Mama Frank side by side into 4. Oh no! And that looked like it was just J-Will getting a little loose and caused him to go off the circuit. And that brings out a safety car here with 3 laps to go. Wow, so I can make a prediction here. We're going to have absolute chaos over the course of the next few laps. Yes, we got a green-white checkered Mr. BK. I think J-Will just got a little bit on the curb, too much throttle, got loose, bounced off a Great Ape or Big Mama Frank, and just had the inevitable death of Brazil. And so he's going to be going to heaven and hopefully resurrects next week when he comes back to round 12. And you got Mr. Timman, Texas Tornado is going to box It looks like he's going to be trying to get off of those tires. You got Timman's going to botch here as well. Get off these tires. He's on some fresh soft. Orlando's on some fresh, or no. Some mediums here. Wow, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with these medium runners. Soft for Timman, soft for Tornado. Orlando is on some mediums. I'm not exactly sure what he's trying to plan with those mediums there. And you got soft for Harris Platt. So I'm just gonna pull up all these. You know, you got a lot of soft tires still out here. A couple medium tires. I'm not exactly sure what to make of this. It's gonna be some chaos here. I mean, you have a lot of, yes, you're correct, PK. It is a big ask for, you know, all these guys that have boxed to hopefully gain some positions. I mean, safety car is about to go in. We're going to go under a green-white checkered here. Let's catch back up to the front. We're going to have some great battling going on, and it looks like they're jacking up the field here on the exit of turn 12. Just right along here with Mr. Cheesehead here as we're getting ready to go back on the green flag. Leading the field to the green flag here. Coming around 14. And here we go. We are underway. The whole field jacked up behind them. J. Knowles and Saad Nayaz. These guys are going to have to probably give a position back. Working our way down to turn 1. Not a lot of chaos going yet, but you caught this back half all sleeping. We got some side by side. Tesla's Tornado has gained 2 positions on the restart here. Oh no! And that's Great Ape that had gone around. And that has caused Harris Platt to get a little loose as well. So now you got Big Mama Frank, who's got Tesla's Tornado all over his gearbox. And that is definitely causing some more chaos. Saad Nayaz goes off the track and he's going to lose a front wing. Not exactly sure what is going on here. Wow. And that is a retirement on track by Saad Nayaz. So that will be taken to the steward's box for sure. Texas Tornado all over the gearbox here of Big Mama Frank, looking for a send into 10. Does not make a send. He decides to back out of it. Now we're working our way down to 12. Following along. Let's jump back up to the front here. J Supreme's all over the gearbox. The car's bent. Coming around 13 and now 14. As we're making our way down the start-finish straight. On to the final lap we go here at Brazil. J Supreme wants to make a move as soon as possible. And now we're going down through turn 2 into turn 3. J Supreme's looking to get a great run here. He's using all that ERS. Gonna try and break, or not break off the slipstream of cars been in front of him as we're coming into turn 4. Still nothing, no movement going on. We're going to follow along with these leaders as anybody can potentially win this. Cars Ben was peeking to the inside of his teammate Cheesehead. Coming around 7 into 8 now. J Supreme has gotten back up to the gearbox, but nothing going on here up in the front. Work our way up the hill. Is Cars Ben going to make a send? He is not going to make a send, but I think it might potentially be a drag race. Cars Ben potentially looking around the outside, back down to the inside, side by side with Cheesehead. Cars Ben and Cheesehead, oh boy, these guys are battling it out. That allows J Supreme to slot into P2. Are we going to get a 3 wide down to the line? J Supreme's going to peek to the outside. Is he going to have enough? Is he going to have enough? What a run! Oh my gosh, a 0.002 of a second separation between Cars Ben and J Supreme at the line. Wow. What a run to the line. That was absolutely insane. 0.002 of a second down to the line. I don't know what to say about that. I'm extremely impressed. Oh man, that was very, very impressive by these guys here. So what an absolute finish here by the Ferraris. Oh man, I don't know what to say. These guys put on an absolute show. Let's get the commentary guys in here. We need some. We're going to unlock this channel so the podium finishers can join the commentary booth. I wonder if I need to. You know what? Let me just add them here. So we need. Whoa, no, don't add me. We want J Supreme. So P1's your finisher with cards Ben. J Supreme second. Cheesehead third. Fitz fourth. MVD Chewy fifth. Texas Tornado sixth. Seventh is J Knowles. Eighth is Orlando. Ninth is Great Ape. Harris Pletz in 10th. Big Mama Frank 11th. 12th is Tin Man. Sod in 13th. J Will is in 14th. Potty 15th. Deathstorm 16th. Acid Master 17th. Electric Entree 18th. And 19th is Raptors. So let me get J Supreme, Cards Ben, and Cheesehead into this podium. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So I've invited everybody. Hopefully they can make it into the commentary booth. If not, we will have to figure this out a little bit more. So let's get into the virtual room here. Yes, absolutely, Cam. I agree. That was a heck of a finish by these guys. Showroom. 23 cars, and we will get on to the Ferrari. Awesome. Sweet. So just give me a moment, cars, Ben. I'm trying to get the other two in here, and then we'll go ahead with the podium finishers and your post-race interviews. Yes, I got you. Just give me a moment here. Absolutely. We'll start with Cheesehead once he gets in here and then work our way up through the podium finishers. So just give me a quick moment. Just waiting for Cheesehead to jump in. Is Cheesehead in here? No, he is not.
He's in the other channel. Somebody will need to pull him from that one to this one.
Yeah, no, he needs to. Yeah, I invited him into this channel, so he should be able to. Let me just try and invite him again. Ooh. Right. Cheesehead. Select. And you were the host, J Supreme, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet, sweet. see you. Okay, sweet, sweet. Oh, now that we got everybody in here, we'll start with you, Mr. Cheesehead. Congratulations on your third place finish here at Brazil. Just take me through those final few laps there. You had your teammate Cars Ben there in the lead, MP2 right behind you. So yeah, just take me through those final few laps and what was your point of view heading towards the line? That was quite the race down to the line.
Um, I don't know. I passed him with like 3 to go. Then the safety car came out.
Absolutely. That was a race down to the line, from the top three. It was amazing to commentate from my point of view. But glad to see that you got onto the podium regardless, and you were able to maintain the constructors' lead. You guys grew the point gap a little bit more to um, uh,
300. Yeah.
yeah. So you got a big gap there in the constructors here, but that was
He told me as long as I bring the car,
absolutely.
bring the car home in one piece, it was fine. So.
Of course. Well, congratulations again on that P3, and looking forward to watching you next week in round 12. Hopefully, you can redeem yourself and put yourself on that top step one more time this season.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, on to the Haas here of J Supreme. Let's see here. Um, so, J Supreme, I don't know, man. I mean, you ran one heck of a race in the Haas, and that final lap was definitely amazing to watch. You'll have to go back in the stream and see the aerial view that I was provided with on the race to the line. But just take me through your final laps. I mean, there was a lot of chaos going on in the last, excuse me, two or three corners there. So congratulations on P2, and yeah, just take me through your point of view and what you thought about the race.
Well, I was really just trying to be patient because I knew the both of the Ferraris were pretty much gonna try to block me and defend as much as they could. So I was just waiting on them to drain batteries and heat up their tires and pretty much attack when I could.
Hey, Raphael, did you
Uh,
vote today? Daddy, did you vote?
I was really just trying to keep it clean up to the last turn, like
Y'all
not
better
get into
fucking vote. I got one day left.
contact or anything like that. But I guess on the last stretch, I kind
And
of
I'm not
came
gonna make the cut.
on the back before I was about to overtake them. It kind of messed up my run, but either way, I mean, it was fun. I was just trying to be patient, trying to keep it clean. Last few last few laps, pretty much. but yeah, it was fun.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your P2. I think that was a great photo finish by you and Ben there. So um, I, I I'm at a loss of words. I mean, you guys had a pretty solid DRS train going through the top five. So it was awesome to see how clean, you guys raced with each other, worked together with the DRS, didn't make any moves that were gonna take yourselves out, and just waited. So I mean, congratulations once again, and we'll see you in round 12, and hopefully, you can put yourself somewhat up on the top step of the podium as well.
Yeah, thanks, man, and congrats to the winner, Ben.
Absolutely. So, last but not least, your winner of the Brazil Grand Prix, we are going to head back over to the Ferrari with Cars Ben. Ben, I thought you were going to lose it there. I really did. Jay Supreme was all over your gearbox heading down that main straight. I was just waiting for when he was going to jump out on you. And 0.002 of a second at the line. How much were you hopping out of your seat and pushing, your sim forward, trying to get it that extra speed to cross the line?
Well, I wasn't pushing my decimal point, but yeah, it was pretty sweet. Yeah, I think I don't really have much to say. I just definitely feel very vindicated after Australia, getting taken out, and then Bahrain. I kind of messed up the safety car restart at the end of that race. I was like four or five laps from winning, and then Monaco, I had the drive-through when I was in the lead pitting, which is just ridiculous too if you look at the clip. So feel very lucky. Or not, I feel like we had a lot of luck. Me and Cheeseheads got to avoid lots of the chaos that ensued behind us. Um, and I think we worked well together as a team, especially. I felt like Cheeseheads. I thought Cheeseheads maybe wasn't trying to pull away, but maybe not. We were able to DRS and keep Supreme behind us for a while, which definitely helped. Um, and yeah, that last finish to the line, I think I got lucky enough to get my nose in at some point. I think Cheeseheads made a tiny mistake in one of the corners, and just because they're very flow based, I was able to get him into that last corner before the long straight. And I was very lucky to stay ahead of Supreme. I've never seen a .002 gap win ever in my entire last 4 years of league racing. So feel very fortunate to win that race, but also I feel it's more than deserved after the pace I've shown in some of the last races. So yeah.
Absolutely. Give me 1 second, because for some reason, everybody's saying they can't hear you.
Oh, sweet. I'm talking.
Yeah,
Sure.
you know what? Hold on. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I think, you know what? It might be more or less on my end here. I kind of hate how this all works. I jumped into the Discord chat before I started the stream, so that might be my fault. Usually I'll start the stream and then, or no, start the chat and then start the stream. But I think, yeah, something happened. So yeah, just kind of a quick recap. What everybody was saying was, it was a race down to the line. Ben has said he's never seen in his 4 years of league racing a gap that close for the finish. Um, so I gotta say, AM2 definitely put on a show tonight. Cheesehead is a little upset about the turn 10. He got in a little deep, which allowed or compromised his line going through 11, and allowed Cars Ben to get through the inside of him going into 12. No, I think it was my side. So I had a little disconnect in the middle of the race, and then Twitch, and yeah, so it's not you guys. I'm just giving everybody a little bit of a recap here. But yeah, it was just everybody really enjoyed the race down to the line. It was a lot of chaos there. There was some, I don't know, you guys probably didn't see anything, but I saw a lot of three wide battling going on towards the back of the field.
Big crash at the end, like at the line.
Oh no, I did not catch that. I was in shock by how close you guys were. You know, for a photo finish, that was absolutely incredible. So congratulations to your 3 podium finishers, Cars Ben with P1, Jay Supreme with P2, and Cheesehead with P3. We will see you all next week at Brazil for round 12. EU2 will be racing tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and then AM1 will be taking on Brazil at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the Johnny Damon here. AM2 was a pleasure to commentate tonight. Absolute photo finish, 0.002 of a second separating, and I really enjoyed it. So hopefully you all decide to go back and watch the stream and look at all the action packed that was going on behind you for the final points paying position. But congratulations to the top 3 finishers. I'm the Johnny Damon, and I will see you all next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for round 12 at Silverstone.